Greetings everybody and welcome back to another video. It certainly has been a long time and I'm back. I want to make a quick video on what's been going on, and I want to also do an overview of a very nice gift that I received from a UK Lock Sports member. This came from KeyMOE, hope I'm saying that right. Thank you very much, Matt, for sending this to me. Basically, I was needing a puck lock to try for size on a relative's trailer. We were looking at increasing the security on his trailer, and I have never had a puck lock before. So I just put out a request on UKLS to see if anybody had one, and save me, I don't know, I could obviously buy one, but if somebody's got one lying around that they're finished with and they want to swap it for something else, then that's great. But Matt did exactly what I would do, and I think he was really busy, and I think he forgot about it, and he did something which was completely unnecessary and very, very generous. He actually bought a brand new puck lock and had it sent straight from Amazon. So thank you very much, Matt. I hope you enjoyed the thing I sent you in return, but it just really shows the generosity of the people that we have in this community. So let me get a better backdrop in here and we will have a closer look. So I'm sure you're all probably quite familiar with puck locks. This one is Silverline, so it's a cheaper brand, and I didn't really have high expectations of this, but it says it's level 6 out of 7, so it's suitable for use on vehicles, and level 3 in weather resistance, I assume. I like their guarantee length. Other than that, I don't think there's much else to see. Now, this is what really surprised me. I have never seen a brand new lock from this era that's actually come wrapped in this wax paper. So I like that. That's a nice touch. I also like the fact that it doesn't come packaged in a blister plastic packaging. So let me dump this out. Now this is a very, very heavy lock. This is £2 worth of steel, and it really is solid. As you can see, it's got kind of a notch cut out the back. I've never actually had or seen the hasps that these go into, but you do get special enclosed hasps that basically surround this puck and stop you from being able to batter on it and prise it out and everything like that. So essentially this is all you would see from the front. We've got a core on the side here. We'll take a closer look at that in a minute, but if you are unfamiliar with how these work, basically you put the key in, turn it and pull out, and as you can see with this locking bar in the middle here that's surrounded by all this heavy steel, that's what actually does the locking. That's what locks onto the hasp. I guess we could take a quick peek at what the core looks like, because this is partially removable. We can actually unscrew this and remove it, but when it comes to gutting, we actually have a roll pin in there. I don't think we'll be attempting to gut this lock in this video. So basically, as you can see on the end here, we've got a T-shaped bar that rotates. Right here we've got 2 steel pins, and basically this goes in, turn the key and it locks behind the pins and stops you from removing the core. We'll pop this back in and we'll have I think we'll have a go at picking it first, and then we'll take a closer look at the core. I'm not going to bother putting the screw back in because we're going to have to take this lock apart anyway. The keyway is quite unusual. It's kind of like a tame version of the American lock core. Bitting does leave a bit to be desired. It is the low cut at the back really doesn't help much, but it is a 6-pin core. So I guess without further ado, let's clamp it up. And like I say, this is a very, very heavy lock. I think most criminals would probably be deterred, certainly by the sheer weight, just the amount of steel there is as well to get through. But we'll talk about that in a few moments. So here's the lock itself. I apologise, it's not the best angle and everything, but hopefully we can pick it. And I think we'll just go for bottom of the keyway. I'm going to try and find a wider tension wrench. My whole vise just wants to topple over, the sheer weight of it. So we can comfortably tension from the bottom, I think, with a different wrench, I think. Okay, so although that looks like it could be binding in there, or biting in, I think that's actually going to work okay for us. Guess we'll just go right to the back. Nothing on 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1's taking its time. Oh, it must be a very short pin. Got a click out of 1. Back. Just run through these pins again. So 6, 5, 4, and we're open. So that didn't take too long. I must have half set 4 or something like that. It just wasn't properly set. As you can see, the core does. This is actually probably the hardest part, is actually getting this core to pull out. You kind of have to use your pick, and obviously don't want to pull it out too far because it's not screwed in. I guess we'll have a quick go at raking it, just to see if that's doable. Oh, and there we go. So it did take a bit longer than I expected to rake open, but I definitely haven't seen any motion that would suggest that there were security pins in this lock, which is a pity, because although it's a budget lock, it's got a fair amount of heft to it, and it's a nice bulky lock. Right, so let's take a closer look at the core, and I'll talk about a couple of things that I noticed myself. Oop, pop you down there and zoom out a bit. Okay. Oh, we don't even need the keys, we'll just pop the core out. So here's the core itself. As you can see, it's all brass. This groove here, although it looks like the pinning window from the 83 series, that's actually the slot where the screw goes in. It stops the core from being pulled out too far. Basically, it's just a fully brass core, and we've got what looks like I think a steel tailpiece that's just pinned onto the back of it. Pretty simple and effective concept. If we take a look at the bottom here, we can see that there are actually 7 holes, but the 7th one here, I don't think that has any function at all. And we've definitely got our 6 pins in each of these chambers here. Okay, so one thing I did notice is, although possibly this side is a full solid brass core, although I'm kind of thinking now it could be skeletonized, I noticed that they've kind of gone a bit cheap. If I turn the key here and allow you to, come on, just have a peek in there, you can actually see that half of the right side of the core is actually missing. They've just, I don't know, ground it off or something. I don't know, is that a money saving exercise? Can they reuse that material? But it's a pretty silly idea, because one big security flaw in this lock is that the core is brass, it doesn't have any drill pins, and so this is the weak point for destructive entry. Somebody's going to try drilling into this core, and even though it will be pretty flat against whatever it's mounted on, the van or whatever, you can still get a drill here. This is what's this, Milwaukee M18 cordless drill, and you can still get right down low enough to actually drill into that, just for example there. So just the fact that it's quite close to whatever it's been locked to is not going to be enough to prevent this from being drilled or attacked destructively. So I really think they should have taken the precaution of inserting steel drill protection pins actually inside the core here to prevent that from happening, or make it harder to drill out, because that really is a shame. Otherwise it is a very, very nice lock, and I mean, it fulfilled the purpose. It certainly came in very, very handy, and other than that, it's a nice lock. It's a heavy lock, but unfortunately the core does leave a little bit to be desired. Anyway, that was a quick look at the Silverline butt lock from Matt. Thank you very much once again. That was very generous of you, and completely unnecessary as well. But all the same, big thank you. I guess we should talk about what's been going on. I have been very busy, mostly just with work-related stuff. I actually got a new job as well, so there's a lot going on, and I just kind of got out of the routine of making these videos, and that's all it takes. But I've noticed that I've had an incredible amount of support while I was away. Let me bring this puck lock back in so you have something to look at. I've had an incredible amount of support. People have been commenting on my older videos and just replying to my comments on other people's videos as well. It's just been great, and a friend of mine notified me a couple of weeks ago that he was my 800th subscriber. So that's just incredible, guys. 800 subscribers. It just seems like yesterday, it practically was yesterday, that I had only 200, and now I'm only 200 away from 1,000. It's just incredible, and what can I say apart from thank you? And this is the reason why I'm still here making these videos, and it's the reason why this community is so great. You know, I have not, many people think because my videos aren't so great, many people think, oh, he must have paid for these subscribers or got involved in one of these, I don't know, whatever it is. Guys, I can tell you truthfully that every single one of my subscribers are genuine, and it's just incredible, guys. I cannot thank you guys enough for what you've done for me. This is a great hobby, a great community, and I apologize that recently I've not been giving much back to it, but yeah, thank you, and I hope I can kind of get back into the routine of making videos, and yeah, hope to see you again soon, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and see you soon.